What's up, everybody? It is me, Santa Ian. That's a stupid, corny thing to say, but whatever. We are here and we are ready to roll for week number 8 of My Epic Summer, the final week, the very last hurrah for My Epic Summer. If you are out there and you're watching and you have not said hello yet, make sure you say something in the comments so that we know you're there. Hello to Alexis, Will, Braylon, and Dominic. Hello to Dakota. Hello to Brianna. Hello to Jennifer, Abigail. I almost said hello to myself. Sarah, Abby, everybody else. How are y'all doing? It's so great to see you. Like I said, if you are out there and you have not commented yet, make sure that you do so that we can give you credit and all those lovely, wonderful things. With that being said, we're going to get rolling right into everything today. Today's theme is, as you know, Christmas in July. Was supposed to be Color Wars, but we had to change that up because we're not able to gather together yet. But here we go. Christmas in July. We're going strong. We're going to start out with the game in just a minute, but before we do that, I want to remind you, make sure you stay tuned until the end of the YouTube Live today. We're going to do a Zoom call, but at the end of the YouTube Live, before the Zoom call, make sure you're here so that you can see a huge announcement about what Epic Students is going to look like after My Epic Summer is over, which means after today. So with that being said, we are going to get started with our very first game. This game is called, Things That Rhyme with Christmas. All right, so there it is. Let me just real quickly click this button here. All right, cool. So, Things That Rhyme with Christmas. This is a first person to answer game. Okay, so, yeah, it's a first person to answer game, and it's really the most simple thing in the world because it's just things that rhyme with Christmas. So here's the instructions. After seeing a short clue, you're going to be the first person to guess what rhymes with Christmas. And listen, don't be so specific that you're like, hey, that doesn't rhyme. It has the same ending sound, okay? Us, must, us. Think that way, and it will at least kind of rhyme with Christmas. Here we go. With that being said, again, this is first person to answer gets the points. Here you go. What is it? Lemon, grapefruit, lime rhymes with Christmas. I'm just kind of waiting for my feed to catch up with you guys. All right. Okay, Brianna got that one, and it is citrus. All right, cool. So we will slide on over here and move on to the next one. Like I said, citrus. Check that timestamp. Oh, Alexis, you were 12/10 of a second behind. Great job. And remember, Alexis, I'm just going to give the points to you unless you designate who it is that said the yes. All right, a really mean cat that claws you in the face while you're sleeping. Hey, what's up, Chloe? How are you? A really mean cat that claws you in the face while you're sleeping. All right, Brianna got it again, and Abby 5/10 of a second behind. So close. All right. Correct answer is, of course, vicious. All right, here we go. Next one. A facial expression that indicates disapproval. It's kind of a stretch to say that this one rhymes with Christmas, but that's what we're saying. Facial expression that indicates disapproval. Boom, Will, I'm sorry, that is correct. It is a grimace. Also known as a creepy purple McDonald's character. Great job. All right, let's keep rolling. The formal title of a married woman. It's pretty easy, I think. Formal title of a married woman. All right, great job there. Everybody hit that all at the same time. Sarah, Brianna, and Braylon. You all came in with misses, so great job. Boom. All right, that was the correct answer. Misses and Christmas do not rhyme. That's kind of dumb. Anyways, here we go. An Olympic event that involves a super heavy frisbee-like object. An Olympic event that involves a super heavy frisbee-like object. Will is in there with discus. Again, it's kind of a stretch. Discus, Christmas, whatever. When something is really tasty, this is an easy one. When something is really tasty, it rhymes with Christmas, kind of. It's all right, Abbyus. Next one will get you. All right, Brianna comes in with delicious. That is the correct answer. Get back to, or we're going to give those points also to Abby, Chloe, and Sarah because they came in right at the exact same time. All right, so get back to blank or ain't none of your blank. Both the same word that goes on those dots. All right, there you go. Business. Well done. And this is the last one. All right, what is someone called who repeatedly does something because they think it will help them? Put on my Santa belt over here. I don't know why, because nobody can see it. All right, and boom, at the exact same time, we've got Will and Brianna with business. All right, cool. So the winner there would be Brianna, second place. Will, third place. Sarah, good job. I almost pushed the very wrong button here on this software, so thankfully I did not. All right, cool. So this next game is an everybody plays game. All right, so whoever's out there, Dominic, you're with them. Dakota, Chloe, everybody else, make sure you're putting your answers in here. It's multiple choice. It's called Christmas movie trivia. So it's real simple. You got a 25% chance of getting the answer right because it is, like I said, it's multiple choice. So you can kind of just guess. And then Alexis, since you've got multiple people with you, make sure that you type the answers for each person, if you don't mind. Boom. All right, so here we go. Christmas movie trivia. You do not have to type the whole name, just the letter will be totally sufficient, okay? And so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Real simple. All right, what message does Ralphie decipher using his decoder pin or ring or whatever in A Christmas Story? Is it A, you'll shoot your eye out, B, be sure to floss, C, be sure to drink your Ovaltine, or D, never lick a frozen pole? All right, which of those messages did he decipher using his decoder pin? All right, Brianna says A, Chase says A, Abby says A, Jennifer and Abby say C, Sarah and Chloe say D. Let's see, Alexis is saying C, and I guess no one else in your crew is answering Alexis? No? Okay, you are. All right, there they are. Everybody's coming in here with their answers. All right, so Alexis and Will are both saying C, Dom is saying D, Braylon is being too slow, and Dakota, did we lose you? I didn't see an answer from you as well. If you're gone, that's totally okay. Braylon, I can't wait for you any longer. And the answer is that I don't know how to move the slide. C, be sure to drink your Ovaltine. All right. Now, all throughout the movie, people did say you'll shoot your eye out, but when he got the Dakota ring, I actually watched this movie for the first time ever last year. But when he got the Dakota ring, yeah, there you go. The Dakota was just an advertisement, and it said be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Anyways, which of these is one of Buddy's favorite foods in Elf? Which of these is one of Buddy's favorite foods in Elf? Is it A, pizza, B, reindeer jerky, C, syrup, or D, coffee? All right, once again, everybody answer. Just put your answers there. All right, Abby and Jennifer are both saying C. Brianna and Abby are saying C as well. And did I miss somebody? Let's see. It's all going so fast. Sarah's coming in with B. Chase is saying A. All right. Dakota said C. Alexis and Will both said C. All right. So Chloe, Braylon, Dominic, if you're out there, answer in the next 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and all right, the answer is C, syrup. All right, pretty easy. Here we go. Here's the next one. We're skipping this one. It's too complicated. It's Angels with Filthy Souls. It's a weird question. We're going to move on. What does Clark Griswold receive as his Christmas bonus in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? Is it A, $20,000, B, a 1-year subscription to People magazine, C, a 1-year subscription to a Jelly of the Month club, or D, nothing? Which of those is the correct answer? All right, Jennifer's going with C. Abby's going with C. Okay, Abby Rogers is saying, I have no idea. C from everybody in the Malham crew. Boom, boom. All right. Sarah says C. Chase says D. Okay, I'll wait a couple more seconds for everybody else to slide in with their answers. That may be it for this round, and the correct answer is C, a 1-year subscription to the Jelly of the Month Club. Next, we're going to skip that question as well, just kind of moving along. Christmas with the Cranks was inspired by Skipping Christmas. Which popular toy do Howard and Myron battle to procure in Jingle All the Way? If you've never seen this movie, you should, because it's funny, kind of, in a cheesy 90s movie way, but it is funny. All right, so which popular toy? Is it A, Conan the Barbarian doll, B, Turbo Man doll, C, Tickle Me Elmo doll, or D, Cabbage Patch Kid? All right, Jennifer and Abby are both going with B. Abby Rogers is going with A. Brianna's going with A. Sarah is going with B. B with a question mark. You're very confident in your answer there, Sarah. Oh, there's Alexis' whole crew says B. All right, Chase coming in with A, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're done. Turbo Man doll is the correct answer. Yeah, it's a great movie. You should watch it, but it's also corny. Anyways, which character does Tom Hanks not portray in The Polar Express? Which character does Tom Hanks not portray? And this is going to be our last question, even though there's a couple more on here. We're going to end the game after this one. Which character does Tom Hanks not portray in The Polar Express? All right. Abby Rogers says C. Brianna says C. Jennifer said B. Chase said C. Who am I waiting for? I'm waiting on Sarah, Alexis's crew. I don't know if you're out there still, Dakota and Chloe. If you're not, you should come back because we're about to do the message. Well, you can't hear me if you're not out there, so that doesn't make sense. Alexis's whole crew says B. Sarah says B. All right, let's see. Waiting, and we're going to go with it. The correct answer is C, head elf. So he plays the train conductor, Santa Claus, and a hobo, but he does not play the head elf in the Polar Express. So congratulations to, I will tell you who in just a minute after I add this up. The winner of that game is a three-way tie between Alexis, Will, and Abby Brakefield. All right. They each had 4 points. A whole bunch of other people had 2 points, but we're going to give them the win on that one. All right. I got another game that we'll play here in a little while. But first, I do want to go ahead and jump into our message today. As you guys know, I like to keep our messages kind of themed with our theme. That doesn't make sense, but hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. I like to keep it tied in, there we go, with whatever our theme is for this week. And since tonight's theme is Christmas in July, I thought it'd be really cool to actually kind of revisit a series that we did last Christmas here at Epic Students, kind of in the same vein of how we're doing things on Sunday mornings with Summer Replay. We're revisiting series from 2019. So today we're going to kind of revisit our Christmas message or Christmas series from Epic Students last year. And it was a series called Present. All right. And in Matthew chapter 1, it tells the story of how Joseph processed Mary's immaculate conception. And if you don't know that story, Mary, the mother of Jesus, was engaged to Joseph, but an angel showed up and told her that she had become pregnant through the power of the Holy Spirit. And Joseph was like, when she told him, Joseph was like, okay, that's crazy. You're clearly cheating on me, but whatever you say. But the Bible says he's an honorable guy, so he was not going to kind of put her on blast and put her business out there. He was going to divorce her quietly and let her kind of go on about her business. But while he was thinking through all this, an angel showed up to him and said, hey, nah, dude, this is legit. That baby really was conceived by the power of the Holy Spirit. You need to marry Mary. So when she has a son, you need to name him Jesus because he's going to save his people from their sins. And then in verses 22 and 23 of Matthew chapter 1, it said, all this occurred to fulfill the Lord's message through the prophet. Look, the virgin will conceive a child. She will give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel, which means God is with us. And that is what I want to talk to you about tonight. That phrase, God is with us. Jesus is referred to by lots of names throughout the Bible, but I think one of the most significant names he's referred to is Emmanuel, because it lays out a key component of God's plan to save the world. Obviously, God is so powerful that he could kind of just Thanos snap and save everybody if that's the way he wanted to do it. But he said, no, I'm going to do this with you. I'm going to come down to earth in the form of Jesus, and I'm going to be with you, not just around you, not just near you, not just in close physical proximity, but I'm going to be with you. And I love that that Emmanuel doesn't mean God near us or God close to us or God somewhere around us, but God with us. That means that he's in this with us. He's by our side no matter what. Jesus is the epitome of a ride or die kind of friend. All right, he's with us till the end. And in the same, it's kind of like this, like Tiana, my wife, is with me, right? She's not here with me right now. She's at our house in Grace Creek, and I'm here in Fayetteville at the church, but she's with me, right? We're together because we're committed to being there for one another. We're supporting one another and doing whatever we can to help one another. I'm with her and she's with me no matter where we go. That's the kind of with us that God is. And that's like I said, that's what God is saying through the prophet Isaiah. He's saying, hey, I'm going to be with you. Not just in this physical sense of I'm in the same spot or walking the same earth as you, but in this spiritual sense of we're in this together, right? I'm with you. I'm present in this situation and we're going to get through it together. I want you to understand before we go any further how incredible this was to the people of Jesus' day, like when Jesus showed up on earth. The thought of a present God, the thought of a God who was with them was like mind-blowing to them because they'd only known this distant separate God who he could not be approached by sinful humans, but only by priests who had undergone these not weird, but very complicated cleaning rituals. And so to these people of ancient Jerusalem, God seemed incredibly distant and unapproachable. And yet through Jesus, he flipped that whole thing on its head and he gave all of us and them direct access to him. But again, it's not just that he's with us in the sense that he came to earth. It's that he's with us in our suffering and our celebration, in our losses and our victories. He's here to comfort us when we're sad, to encourage us when we're struggling, and to maintain us when things are going well. He's with us because he understands exactly what we're going through. Matter of fact, the author of the book of Hebrews explains this concept really well in chapter 4, verses 14 through 16, when they write, "So then, since we have a great high priest who has entered heaven, Jesus, the Son of God, let us hold firmly to what we believe. This high priest of ours understands our weaknesses, for he faced all of the same testings we do, yet he did not sin. So let us come boldly to the throne of our gracious God. There we will receive his mercy and we will find grace to help us when we need it most." So Jesus understands our weaknesses because he's experienced our challenges and he knows firsthand how we feel and how hard it can be to get through it. He's with us because he can empathize with us. He feels our pain with us, and he's there to help us overcome whatever challenge we may be walking through. And to me, this is one of the most beautiful things about Christmas, right? And really about following Jesus in general. He's always with us. As a matter of fact, if you look at the last thing that Jesus said to his disciples before he went to heaven, it was Matthew 28:20. He said, "And be sure of this, I am with you always." Sorry, my face got a little close to the screen there. "I'm with you always, even to the end of the age." He's with us. That was the very first Christmas present that anybody got. God's presence in our lives through Jesus. God came to us so that we could come to him with whatever we're going through. And so since God is with us, we have the chance to bring everything we're going through, all of our hopes and dreams and pain and shortcomings and questions and problems and everything else, we can bring it to him and he'll help us get through it and figure it out because he's present in our lives. He is God with us. And yet the author of Hebrews still said that we should come boldly to God so that we can find grace to help us when we need it most. I believe that this author says we should come boldly because even when we know that God is with us, we might sometimes have things that cause us to be timid with our approach, but maybe we feel unqualified or like we're too messed up or like our problems are too big or even too big for God to handle or too small for God to worry about. But the thing is, Jesus' time with people on earth helps us explain that he is with us in all of those situations and circumstances as well. See, if you feel unqualified to be used by God, I want you to remember that Jesus was a carpenter before he ever started any ministry. And a lot of people wrote him off because of that. And all of his disciples were like fishermen none of them were qualified to do the things that he called them to do. And yet he called them anyway. If you feel like you're too messed up, I want you to remember again that every single one of Jesus' disciples had some pretty major character flaws. And he hung out not only with them, but also with what the Bible describes as notorious sinners and people who the religious leaders of the day referred to as scum. There's no problem too big for you to come to Jesus. If you feel like your problems are too big or too small, remember that Jesus did miracles for people with problems as big as having dead family members and as small as having not eaten in several hours. Whatever it is that's bothering you, it matters to God. Whatever it is that you're going through, whether good or bad, whether happy or sad, whether you're celebrating or mourning, it matters to God because you matter to God. Nothing is too big or too small for him to handle. If you're feeling tempted to sin or to make some bad choices, remember that Jesus had the devil himself tempt him on multiple occasions, and he found a way to stand firm and not sin. If you feel rejected or unwanted by your family, your friends, or anyone else, remember that Jesus' own brothers didn't believe in him at first, and his entire hometown rejected him. And if after all of that, you're still not entirely convinced that God is with you, remember that Jesus cried out on the cross, my God, why have you forsaken me? God is with you. He is for you, and he knows exactly how you feel. If you're willing to turn to him, he will help you through whatever you're dealing with, because he came to earth so that he could be present in our lives. And whether it's July or December or any other month, that's the greatest gift that any of us could ever receive. And so here's the thing. We're going to move on and play another game in just a minute, but some of you guys who are out there watching tonight are having a great time. You kind of love this quarantine pandemic stuff because you don't have to go to school. You get to do everything at home online. And that's cool for you. Others of you are like, man, this super duper sucks and I hate this and I wish everything was different. Some of us are in another place, or maybe your situation has nothing to do with any of that and you're just in a bad spot or a good spot, or you just feel some kind of way about yourself, about your life, whatever. Thing is, I don't have to know what you're going through or what you're dealing with, because God does. He's with you. If you're happy, he wants to celebrate with you. If you're sad, he wants to comfort you with you. He wants to be there with you because he knows exactly what you're going through. He is present with you in your life. And whatever you have, you can bring it to him, to his throne. Come boldly to his throne and you'll get the grace that you need for the situation that you're in right now. I'm going to pray for you real fast. Hey, God, just thank you for every single one of the students and leaders who are out there watching tonight. I pray, God, that for those who may be struggling with something, may just find themselves in a difficult spot or a negative situation, God, I pray that you would just comfort them, that you would remind them, God, that you are with them and you know exactly how they feel. You know exactly where they are right now in this moment. And if they're willing to come boldly to your throne, God, that you will give them the grace that they need in this moment. God, you'll help them overcome that difficulty or get through that hard spot. God, I thank you and praise you. And in your name we pray. We all said, amen. Hey, thank you guys for watching and listening to that message. I hope that it spoke to you in one way or another. You guys are amazing. We're going to play one more game right here on YouTube Live. I'm going to give you my quick announcement, and then we're going to move on to Zoom for just a couple of other quick games. Well, I just pushed the wrong button. Sorry. Oh my gosh, no. Sorry, guys. I am trying to copy. Hey, what's up? Dolly Sharman. I don't know how to pronounce that. I apologize. That's probably really easy, but I can't read well. Anyways, this is the link to our Zoom call. In just a minute, we're going to play a game first, but just so that you have that and you can kind of get ready for it or whatever, for when that time does come. Our next game is called, it's got a really weird name that, even though I'm the one doing the game, I'm still not 100% sure how to pronounce it. So we're going to call it ChrisMyOS, okay? If you have an iPhone or know someone who has an iPhone, the operating system on that iPhone is called iOS, all right? And we're going to play a game called ChrisMyOS. There we go. Sorry, this thing's got a little bit of a mind of its own on me. So I'm going to share this screen so that you guys can see. There we go. All right, so now you see what I'm talking about, ChrisMyOS, or whatever. And here's how it works. All right, you are going to watch a quick screen video. You're going to look for subtle clues in that video all about the iPhone operating system. Even if you have an Android, I think you'll be able to figure this out. You're going to be the first person to know the Christmas song. And no, you do not have to sing loud for all to hear, but you do have to write the name of the Christmas song in the comments before anybody else. All right. So just as a quick example, here you go. Obviously, the name of this song would be Mary, Did You Know? Because as you can see right here, the message is to Mary, and the name of the text message is Did You Know? So that is a Christmas carol called Mary Did You Know? Mary Did You Know? I'm not going to sing anymore, I promise. So anyways, I will make this nice and big so that you can see it, hopefully. Sorry, I forgot that I had it on split screen. And the rest of these are going to be videos. So the first person to kind of catch the vibe of what this thing is going for will be the one who gets the point. Okay, so here you go. All right, that was it. I know maybe some of you guys are typing, but I'm going to play it for you one more time. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not going to play it for you one more time. Hold on. Well, I don't need to play it anymore because Abby came in with the correct answer, which is Silent Night. Great job. All right. Hopefully this thing did not super freeze up, and it didn't. All right, the answer is silent. Nighttime mode. Boom. Silent Night. All right, so now that you got that, let's do a couple more real quick. Here we go. That was real weird. So let's watch it again while you're thinking. Maybe. Okay. We've got a couple of different answers. And I feel like I do this once a week. I forget to figure out what the answers are before we play the game. So I don't know which of you is correct. So let's find out together. Whoa! Abby came in with a late guess of Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and you got it right before the answer was revealed. Great job. Here we go. All right, I'm not going to try to replay that one because that one was simple enough. You should be able to get that one. Anybody? There we go. 12 Days of Christmas. Great job, Brianna. Here's the next one. That was a little more complicated. Anybody? Close. That is not it. It is not Jingle Bells. Burn, 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 burn. I don't even know if that's actually part of the song. Okay, I'm just going to play it, and if somebody happens to guess it while we're playing it, then good for them. Here we go. Oh, that's it. You got it. Carol of the Bells. Alright, so here's the fifth one. Alright, that one was a little tricky. But if you're paying attention, you should have been able to get it. I like seeing my little face down here in the tiny corner. Hey, I'm back. All right. I'm not going to play that again because this software I'm using is too complicated. There you go. Deck the Halls. All right, you had a deck of cards and then Hall's Pharmacy, which apparently is a thing. Anyways. Here we go. Let's go to number 6. Here's number 6. All right. Did anybody see that one? It was kind of weird. Do I need to play it again? Nope, not December's canceled. Is that a Christmas Carol? Maybe it is. All right, I'm going to try to play that one again. As usual, I'm doing a software I have not used before. Or I've used it before, but I couldn't get it to replay. It was the first in the way. December 1st. Get it? Ha 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 ha. Anyways. This thing has a mind of its own. Here we go. Let's do this one because we got a tie right now between Abby and Brianna. So here we go. Let's make the tie. Come on now, that one was easy enough. Anybody got that one? It was easy. There it is. Frosty the Snowman is the correct answer. So well done by you, Brianna. You won that one. So congratulations to you. Frosty the Snowman is correct. All right, great job, everybody. We're gonna paste that Zoom link one more time so you can go to that. And while you're doing that, boom, I'm back. I'm going to see if I can't get this last slide finished for you, or not finished, but up on the screen here for you. And hold on. Giving me some troubles, of course, as usual with all this stuff. There we go. Sorry, guys, I'm having some problems. Here we go. Okay, I do apologize once again for how long this is taking. I just want to say you guys have been awesome for bearing with me the last 8 weeks of my Epic Summer as I try to learn over and over and over again all of these different machinations of this software. It keeps changing all the time and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, the big announcement of how what Epic Students is going to look like for now that my Epic Summer is over after today. It's over after today. And I've had a great time with you guys. I hope that you have as well. It's been so great hanging out with you, connecting with you. Like I said, we're about to jump to Zoom in just a minute. But next week, August 5th, we will still be online. We're going to start a brand new series. We're working on making things look a little bit more like our normal Wednesday night series, or normal Wednesday night experience again, working towards that. I haven't nailed down everything. We may do some Zoom small groups after a message that night, most likely. August 12th, we're going to be online again. Same thing, working on trying to maybe get some worship going on. I'll preach a message a little bit longer than the ones I've been preaching the last 8 weeks. It'll be a whole series, or it'll be part of a series. And then on August 19th, we're back, baby. August 19th, we are back in the building, 7 o'clock p.m. right here at Epicenter Church. Here's how that's going to look. We are not going to meet in the gym. We're not going to be in the student center. We're going to be in the worship center so that we can be socially distanced away from one another. We're going to have worship. We're going to have some games. We're going to have a message. It's going to be as much like a regular service as it can be. But the really cool thing is, I know that some of you guys who are watching this online are not going to be able to be here in person because of health risks or just all kinds of other things, time conflicts, whatever. We're going to continue to be live online every single Wednesday, at least for the rest of 2020. And then when we do small groups, we're going to continue to have Zoom links so that you can jump in and be part of those small groups as well. We're working out all of the details on that right now so that we can have, have things worked out for you 3 weeks from today, August 19th. We're back. If you check out it, we never really left. We're just back in the building. But if you check out Instagram and all that kind of stuff in the next few weeks, you'll see more information and whatnot about what all that's going to look like. But yeah, we are going to be back gathering in person on August 19th, and it's going to be awesome. But at the same time, this has been awesome. I love hanging out with you guys in this way as well. And like I said, we're going to jump now to the Zoom call. It is live. It is open. So whenever you are in the waiting room, I will be able to add you. And for those of you who are watching live on YouTube, not live on YouTube, and you've probably already turned the video off by now. But if you haven't, thank you for watching. And I hope that everybody will join us next Wednesday, August 5th, 7 o'clock p.m., epicstudents.online. Once again, for Epic Students Online. And then if you're able, I hope you'll join us on August 19th live in the building. You guys are awesome. I love you. And if you're jumping on a Zoom call, I'll see you in like 30 seconds.